Hello everybody, welcome back to sicautoclub. This is C. This is my 2006 E46 M3. Today is my half-year ownership review of this car. I bought this car at the beginning of 2024. Right now it's mid-August. And I put on about 1,500 to 1,600 miles on this car. This is not my daily driver. And this video is about my ownership review or the experience of this car. So it will include the cost of the ownership, and also I did some basic mods, the experience of modding this car. Also I did one track day with this car at ECR Raceway near Dallas area. So let's talk about how the car performs and how the overall experience is. First, let's get into some owning costs. So I bought this car in the beginning of 2024. I paid in full cash, so no car payments going on. I bought the insurance for this car at 60 to 70 bucks a month. It's a really old car, so not crazy expensive. I did basic maintenance like an oil change and a roll bearing kit swap. So the oil change kit is a little bit more expensive than other cars. This car from factory has a S54 naturally aspirated high revving engine. So it recommended 10W60 oil, relatively thicker oil for this car. So the oil change kit comes with engine oil, also oil filter and some additives. So it costs around 70 to 80 bucks as a kit. So oil change each time costs you around 80 bucks. Keep that in mind. The roll bearing kit, roll bearing is one of the notorious problems for the older BMWs. So I want to take this car to the track for sure. I didn't know when the previous owner did the roll bearing, so I just do it again just to keep it safe. The roll bearing kit, including the labor, is around 2,600 in total near Dallas area. So that's the maintenance cost for owning this car. So next part is the mods. So mods, I did wheels and tires, brake pads, brake rollers, also brake fluids for basic track day performance mods or safety mods. I did alignment just for some more camber. I didn't touch on the suspension because this car came with the BC Racing coilovers when I bought it. Interior wise, I have bucket seats from NRG. That's just the cheapest bucket seats I can find online. I did a Lifeline 6-point harnesses, also a quick release steering wheel. Because the OEM parts I just took them off. The condition was not perfect, but still someone wants it, so I just sold to anyone that can use it. I also refreshed the headlight cover with some black wheels. This car is very minor modded, so I want to keep this car as clean as possible, and also this car is capable of some random track days. The last part about this car is the driving experience. So I did some street driving and weekend driving in this car. Also, I took it to one track day at Eagles Canyon Raceway near Dallas area. So this car is so much fun to drive. Even though it's not as powerful as some turbo cars, it only has 343 horsepower from crank, but it actually has 260 horsepower each on the rear wheels. So this car is not as light as you might think, as like a more stock form. This car is a 34 something 100 pounds. This car with the sunroof is even heavier. I saved some weight by removing the front seats and replacing with the buckets. But still, with me inside, this car is like 35-50 on track. So it's not as light as you think, but it feels very neutral. It's willing to rotate. It's not prone to understeer or oversteer because I did a alignment, track alignment, pretty aggressive camber in the front. So this car right now, as the form it sits right now, I like it so much. I didn't even turn off traction before because it was my first track day with this car. I did track a lot with other cars, but this car is a relatively older car. I don't want to break it on the first day on track. Also, the tires are from my old BMW M cars. These are 5 years or 6 years old, so they have cracks on them. So I don't want to break my car on the first day. I was driving like 7/10. Still, I can feel the car, the chassis is so balanced. So I can tell why so many people love like the E36 or E46 chassis. It's so nice. the other point I like about driving this car is the manual transmission, also the clutch. So this car has actually an aftermarket clutch, so it's a little bit heavier than OEM ones. But still, the clutch, the transmission feels very, very nice. This car, when I bought it, this car has a refreshed shifting linkage bushing. So this car has very, very nice and notchy, maybe not as good as Porsches or more than new cars, but for a car in this age, it's like 20 years old, but the transmission feels like a 5-year-old car. So it's very, very pleasing to drive. Also, this car has a very, very massive aftermarket supply. So if you want to build this car to a very classic, clean E40 M3 as collection, you can do that. If you want to build this car as a drift car, you can do that too. If you want to build this car as a very hardcore track car, race car, you can do that as well. So I've seen E46 M3 on track that's beating Porsches. These very, very heavily modded BMWs are crazy fast on track. So they have a very, very nice baseline, as I said, the chassis to start from. So you can do a lot of stuff on this car, but my car is relatively stock, so I still enjoy the car from what it drives right now. So do I recommend buying a E46 M3 in 2024? Definitely yes. This will be, I can say this will be the future classic from now on. And if you can find a clean one, it's perfect for collection, or if you can find a decent one with a running condition, then you can build it to a drift car or track car easily. It has a very, very nice chassis to start from, so you cannot go wrong with any performance driving in this car. Also, the old cars, they have the direct and analog feel that the modern cars cannot give you. So modern cars are turning to more and more electric or electric assisted version. It's more like a half computer, half cars. But this car is a full driving machine, so you can still enjoy, or you can just have more fun driving this car at a lower speed than the modern cars at a higher speed, if you understand what I mean. So that's about it today. I will definitely take this car to racetrack for more in the future. I will put better tires on it and try to see if I can set a lap time that's somewhat referable as the stock E46, the form it sits as it is right now. So I will start a new series called the leaderboard series. So I will drive different cars on track and see what the lap time the different cars can put down on the racetrack. So it's just for fun. It's not for direct comparison, but I think we'll be interested in seeing that in the future. So stay tuned if you want to see that kind of videos. So that's about the owner's review of this car. I love this car so much, but if you want to see or drive this car or rent this car on track, this car is offered for track rental. So if you want to know more about that, you can contact me. I will leave the contact in the description below. Thank you for watching this video. This is my half-year review of E46 M3.